Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good night, Facebook. How are you? Good night, good night, good night. Happy Monday to everyone. I'm just taking a few moments to tag a few people to come on to join us. Tell me where you're tuning in from as you're coming in. Let's start tagging some people. Let's see. All right. Hope everyone is doing well. You're off to a great start to your new week. It's almost time for the holidays. I would love to hear what you have planned for the holidays for those who celebrate it, the new year. If you started your vision board parties, what you have going on. Let's see. Just tagging a few more people and then I will get started. All right. So while they're coming on, I'll just get started because we have an amazing guest speaker tonight. So I really want to get to her really quickly. So let me just do my spiel. My name is Tiffany F. Young. I am your Tech Lux consultant that provides your customized toolkit to create or innovate your online experience or and your presence. I will augment your lifestyle and brand web series is about inviting dope, phenomenal work from home professionals and creative online creators to share their journey, tips and tricks, and to pitch their business. This web series is all about authentic, informal, real conversations to inspire people such as yourselves, everyday people. So this is why we do what we do. We love you guys. It's to inspire you, to keep you going, keep you pushing, and to get you to the next level. It's time to level up, especially going into 2021. It's the final quarter, so this is it. So no further ado, let me get into the bio of our special expert speaker tonight, Jenna Banks. Jenna has made her mark in several management and entrepreneurial roles over the years. Early in her career, she produced marketing products for major movie studios in Los Angeles, including Sony Pictures Entertainment, Paramount Pictures, and Warner Brothers, y'all. She then went on to lead a division within a toy company, smashing sales records year after year, working with brands such as Hasbro, Mattel, and Lego. In 2012, she started her own home-based business, which she later turned into a more passive income model, allowing her to be able to sell it in 2019 and achieve her wealthy exit. Now she helps other entrepreneurs quickly scale their business into a sellable asset. When she's not working, Jenna enjoys connecting with other women and inspiring them to succeed and be empowered. She's currently writing a book, which she plans to publish in the spring of 2021. She has a passion for collecting fine art, traveling, and can often be found at the tennis courts. So no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jenna Banks.
Hi, everybody. What a great intro, Tiffany. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's exciting to have you. I'm very excited for your interview. Before we get into anything, I have to start off with this question first. How would you describe Jenna Banks, the woman and the CEO?
Oh my gosh. Well, I like to push boundaries, try new things. I love doing things that allow me to think outside of the box. So being an entrepreneur is actually a really good natural fit for me because it allows me to be creative. Actually, you mentioned my art collecting. I also like to paint a little bit. I'm not saying I'm any good, but I do it because it allows you to just do whatever you want, be completely free. And sometimes when you're making mistakes, and very synonymous with business as well, when you're making mistakes, it's the opportunity to kind of redirect and refocus that energy and make it all make sense in the end, because a mistake I don't ever see as a mistake. It's just the opportunity to kind of learn from that and pivot and see how you can make it all turn out beautifully in the end. And it always does. Art is art,
Mhm.
business, and you figure it out along the way and allow yourself to make mistakes, knowing, you have an end result in mind. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, like the woman itself, like how would you describe yourself as a woman outside of business and everything, family?
Well, as a woman, yes, outside of business, I'm writing a book right now on self-love. So I do a lot of focus on what makes me happy.
Mhm.
And what makes me happy is art, playing tennis, listening to music, reading books, learning, spending time with friends. And one of the things I'm putting in my book is, this joy list that I've learned to create for myself,
Mhm.
and making sure that I'm practicing that joy list on a daily basis, just making sure that that I'm living life in a way that makes me happy. And
Mhm.
in order to do that, you have to know what makes you happy. And make
Mhm.
sure that when you're not feeling your best, that you go back to your joy list, know what makes you happy, and make sure that you're practicing some of that throughout the day. And believe you me, it's made a big difference in my life.
Oh, awesome. What was it like working in the film and entertainment industry?
Oh, you know what? It was fun. It was exciting.
Mhm.
It is a business like any other. I was living in LA, and it's the industry there, right? Like,
Mhm.
so it just becomes kind of the norm, but it's exciting. It's always, it's always thrilling to be able to work on a movie project and say
Yeah.
you created products for this movie and that television show, and and enjoy what you do. And the neat thing about working in the entertainment industry is that everyone's passionate about what they do. They're all hard workers. They're all really good at what they do. They're like
Mhm.
cream of the crop. So when they work with somebody who is passionate about what they do as well, who they know is going to do a good job, it's just joyous to work with them, because you're
Mhm.
always on a timeline. You're always, everyone's always working on a massive timeline. So that kind
Mhm.
of excitement for that rush to get things done. And when it's all done perfectly in the end, everyone's happy and they appreciate you and they show it and they continue to come back and give you more business. That's what I enjoy about working in that business.
Awesome. So, what made you start your business in 2012?
Oh, good question. Um, well, like a lot of people, I was working in corporate at the time, and I was just not, I wasn't, I wasn't, if I look at my joy list, it wouldn't have made my joy list. Working,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like just sitting there, keeping my seat warm, doing the same thing day in, day out, not being I wasn't feeling challenged. I was feeling like I had kind of gone as far as I could go in my role there. I had done very, very well at the company I was at, and I was kind of just bored. And I was like, I'm not living life to my fullest potential right now. I'm making good money. I'm doing well financially, but that's not fulfilling my soul, and something has to change. And yeah, I talk about this in the book about your instinct and following your instinct and trusting that instinct. My instinct was screaming at me to get the heck out.
Get out.
Get out. And it's not logical, right? Because
Mhm.
you're doing well, you got a great 401k, great benefits, it's an easy
Mhm.
job, it's not going anywhere. I could stay in it another 10 years, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't living life to my fullest potential. And so
Mhm.
I literally just quit. I quit and didn't know what I was going to do. But I stayed at home for a little while and just kind of meditated and read books and researched online, and was like, I just need to do something that makes me passionate again. And
Mm.
I just kind of came up with the idea to start the company. And I just launched the website, took $400 and said, that's all I'm going to throw at this. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. And, I started researching how to do my own content marketing. And next thing you know, I got my first client, and it was NASDAQ. And I was like,
Wow.
yeah. And they found my website online, and became a client. And I was like, well, that's my sign that I need to be pursuing this. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
how did you know it was time to sell your business for $500,000 in 2019? Let's talk about
Very, very good question. That's an interesting one. I didn't know at the time, but I had, I'm all about listening to the universe and being in the flow. And I had received something in the mail about some kind of a seminar about selling your company. And I was like, let me just, I built this company to be passive income for me. I am doing great with it. It's just kind of earning money, and I'm working, a couple of hours a day max. And I'm off able to do my other things. I had a couple of rentals, and, I was traveling and doing all kinds of other stuff. But I was like, let me just see what this is about. I'm curious, it's kind of a next level. So why not give it a go? I learned some amazing things that I had no idea about. It really was meant to be. And it was really what it came down to was how to value your company. And had I, one of my main concerns was, it's going to be some multiple of net profit, and there's no way I'd ever get enough to exit right now. Well, I learned some things that allowed me to understand that you can sell it under different circumstances. So with that in mind, I called, and the first broker I talked to, this lovely woman named Lisa, we connected right away. And I said, look, here's what I want to do. I'm interested in selling my company. How do you work? And she's basically told me it was on commission only.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like selling a house. It's the same thing. Right. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Okay. So no risks to me. All right. So she's like, the first step is we're going to value your company, and we'll do a valuation and send that to you. Great. She did a valuation. It came back around $320,000. And I thought, no, that's not going to work for me. It's not enough to be intriguing enough to get out, because I was earning really a nice amount every year. I was getting paid, obviously monthly, but and then at the end of the year, a nice healthy profit. I was stocking a bunch away in my solo 401k, which is a whole nother thing. If you have your own company, got to have a solo 401k. It's amazing. You can put up to $57,000 a year in retirement.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. But anyways, so I was doing really well with it. I'm like, why would I sell it for that? It makes no sense. I said, look, Lisa, here's the deal. If I'm going to exit, my number is 500,000. But let me tell you, I've learned some things, and I understand the standard SBA banking model says you price it this way, right? They price it based on previous sales in the same industry over the past 12 months. Most people finance the business purchase with an SBA loan, which is why they price it like that. And I said, look, here's the growth rate of the company. Here is its passive income. Someone can come in 30 days, buy it, and in 30 days, I don't even have to be here. It's literally running on its own. So I think it's worth $500,000. I said, and let me tell you who you should try and pitch it to, with some synergistic companies, yada, yada, yada. I said, would you take it on with a minimum price at 500, meaning I won't budge? And she said, yeah, I will. I'll go ahead and give it a go. I was like, cool, you go for it. And you know what? She had a buyer in less than 30 days.
Wow.
So that was my sign. That was my sign that, you know what? I got what I wanted. And the buyer, I met with him in person at a broker's office. He was amazing. It was just such great alignment, and I really, really liked him. I knew that we'd work well together, that he wouldn't be a thorn in my side, while selling the company and all that. Because you have to think about that, right? You don't want something to be annoying to work with. And so all those things considered, I was like, well, there we go. It's on to my next journey of my life. I have this book to write. I want to help coach other solopreneurs and women. And really, ultimately, my goal in life is to empower other women and to help them, achieve their fullest potential. And so this was going to allow me to continue that progress. So.
Okay. One of the viewers from the audience, before I go into the next question, she quickly asked, what was the name of the retirement program that you mentioned again?
Yes, good question. I can preach about this all day. It's called, it's amazing. I'm telling you, most solopreneurs don't know about it, but I could talk about this all day long. It's called a solo 401k. And I didn't learn about it until years into having my own company. But basically, there are companies like TD Ameritrade that offer it. I think Fidelity has one as well. But
Mhm.
basically, you have to be the only employee of your company. You can't have any other employees.
Mhm.
With that, I believe so it's at least 57,000 a year you can contribute to this solo 401k. 20,000 of that, Tiffany, is a Roth. A Roth. Think about
Really?
that. The maximum right now, if you have an IRA, if you have a Roth IRA, just
Mhm.
individual, I think it's like
Mhm.
6,500 a year max. When you have a solo 401k, it's $20,000 a year.
Mhm.
It's crazy. It
That's
allows you to
crazy.
put so much more away for retirement, um,
Mhm.
and up to 57,000 a year maximum total, way more than an IRA would ever get you. So I am such a proponent of solo 401ks because you can retire wealthy just by taking advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have another workshops and webinars or books around this whole conversation
I think so.
because a lot of people don't know this information.
Nope,
They
exactly.
don't.
So I
So,
just actually posted a blog post on my, so my website is jenna-banks.com. My
mhm.
latest blog post is 10 financial tips to help you become wealthy as a solopreneur. And one of those tips is the Roth or the solo 401k. Um,
Okay.
I'm all about using your business to create wealth in all the
Mhm.
different ways that it allows you.
Yeah, that's what it's about. So, what are some tips you can give the audience in hiring the right staff for their business from
Oh,
your
that's
own
a
experiences?
whole nother amazing thing. Let me tell you, it may sound, oh, hiring for your business. No, 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 no. That was one of the biggest roadblocks for me growing my business in the beginning is I thought, oh my gosh, okay, how am I going to ever, I don't want to have a bunch of employees that I have to worry about paying, W-2 taxes on and Social Security and workman's comp and all this
Mhm.
and that responsibility that comes with being an employer and the making sure that your sales are there and what if you can't make payroll and it's scary,
It's
right?
scary. Mhm.
So that was one of my big issues when I first started the company is I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to keep it small enough where I can handle everything myself, right?
Mhm.
I got to the point where I was so busy, not taking vacations, working weekends, working super long 10, 12-hour days. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Mhm.
But there's got to be a better way. I can't afford a $50,000 a year salaried full-time person. So I was like,
Mhm.
you know what? If Microsoft can source overseas, why can't I? Now, granted, this is 2014 before, the explosion of virtual assistants and all of that.
Right.
But so basically I set out to solve that problem and figure out how to hire in the Philippines. And
Mm.
and I did that. And at first I went through what they call a BPO, which is a business process outsourcing company, BPO. It's a whole
Mhm.
industry over there. But I found
Mhm.
that working through a third party was first off, you pay double. Second off, the talent you get, they're taking such a huge portion of the profit that you're not going to get the same talent as if you hire direct. So I
Right.
proceeded to figure out how to hire direct and have
Mhm.
work from home and give them more money rather than the BPO, right?
Right.
And allow that more direct communication with the two of us and really make them feel like they were an employee of the company. But let me
Mhm.
tell you, Tiffany, I found the most amazing team over there. Their English was amazing, so they could be customer facing. They
Mhm.
learned English in school, which is important
Mhm.
to have really good communication, both written and verbal. I was able to hire my team over there from marketing to customer service, you name it. And it allowed me to save, and I'm going to tell you, this is amazing, 75 to 80% on my HR costs.
What?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
That's amazing.
it's
That
insane.
is corporation level.
Totally. And I figured out how to do what Microsoft was doing. And I made it work. And I had longtime employees and they felt like employees. And there's ways to go about doing it to
Mhm.
foster that team feeling. That is just, to me, it's no different than having a regular employee, other than the cost. But
Mhm.
everything else functions the same. You got to have the right tools and systems and, agreements in place, understand how their culture works, understand how the holiday system works. They have something called 13-month pay over there, which, so understanding the little nuances, I had to learn along the way, but it paid off in spades. It allowed me to basically delegate everything and make myself removable from my company in order to sell it. So yeah,
awesome.
that was huge.
So quick question for you, just to segue. What are some qualities did you look for? You kind of mentioned some of them in the employees, the contractors from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Versus so let's put a spin on that question. Versus some employees that you may have or freelancers that you worked here in the U.S. Like, what are some qualities?
The qualities that I looked for?
Yeah, that you like. Yeah.
That's a good question. That's where it comes down to having a good job description, just like you would, in the US or any other hire. I mean, the hiring there is exactly the same as here. You make sure you have a good job description, a good job requirements. Believe it or not, something to know is that because BPO is such a big industry over there, people are used to working in so many different industries for all different countries, but primarily US, UK, and Australia. So, yeah. So the chance of you finding someone with a nursing background in the US, in the Philippines, so a US nursing background based in the Philippines, you can find that there. Somebody with a marketing background in law in the Philippines, yeah, you can find that there. It's all there. So it's just knowing what you need for that particular job, and then just make sure that when you're hiring for that particular position, that they meet those requirements. It's no different than hiring here.
Okay, awesome. This is really great stuff. I know it's helping people think into outside the borders of America, because entrepreneurs from the US have a tendency, and it's great. Yes, you want to build from the ground up, you want to build, within your borders from your backyard. But sometimes, with some of the things that we're trying to do financially, we have to think outside the box a little bit to be creative about how we want to scale our businesses.
And the thing is, Tiffany, I know that some of the limiting beliefs people have about hiring overseas, especially for like a full-time employee, is they tend to think about some of the bad experiences they had, like I did back in the day when I would call Microsoft or for tech support, and you get somebody that doesn't communicate well. You have a language barrier. There's a connection, all of these things, and it just led to a bad customer service experience, right? Tech support, and all of that. That's all different now. It's all changed. That was all a learning curve, but now all of that is gone. And then that also comes down to how you hire. You want to make sure there's, again, in the requirements, make sure the internet connection's right. They have good canceling headphones. There's ways to circumvent that. So, but that is a limiting belief, that a lot of people have is, I can't do that. Because they don't know how, and they don't know what's possible. But people know about Fiverr and Upwork today. Those are more common knowledge. I will advise against hiring freelancers for main roles, though. I've learned that it's better to hire full-time direct, to get that full-time focus and attention. Just to give you an example of cost, customer service full-time, you can get for around $800 a month. If you were to hire a freelancer, you might pay that and get 20 hours on Upwork or something like that. But why not, do the extra work, get that person full-time who is dedicated to your brand and you, and knows just focuses on, your business. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So how important is it for you to have coaches, mentors, and or accountability partners in your business or in your personal life?
Mentors, yes, definitely. I think we all help each other out, right? Even having peer conversations is always helpful for me. I find it super helpful to work with people who have needs, where I'm able to help them, because the more I can find where their needs lie, the more I can provide value. But yeah, coaches, I haven't personally worked with many, but but I definitely know that there's a big value to it for sure.
Okay. Okay. So who was the first person you called? Uh, and where did you go to celebrate after selling your business?
That's a good one. Oh my goodness. I think I called my boyfriend at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
And, I did have a celebration. My mind, the way I work, I'm kind of type A. So I'm like, okay, done, moving on. And I know, crazy. My boyfriend was like, no, no, no. We need to take time and stop and celebrate this. It's an
Yes.
important moment. And so, yeah, I was like, you know what? You're right. And I need to embrace this moment. And so I did. I had a bunch of friends over, and we all made, we did speeches, and it was great. It was like we really memorialized it. So I highly recommend that.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Last question before I give you the floor and you go into your offer. What special offer do you have for the viewers today?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I have recently put together a package based on needs assessment from working with other clients. I'm all about value. So I've already created a value package, and I've even made it more valuable to your listeners. So I've kind of whittled it down to the nuts and bolts of what would really get you the most bang for your buck with me. And that is let's say you're a solopreneur, you have never hired anyone before, and you want to dip your toe in the water and give it a go. You've got a monthly budget you can allocate to someone that could help you out either in customer service, sales. I like to always target revenue generating roles first. That
Mm-hmm.
way it allows you to grow revenue so you can allocate more to other resources as needed as you grow, right? But
Mm-hmm.
so that's something to think about. But the offer is to get that first person hired for you overseas.
Okay.
Um, yeah, to identify the role. So I work with clients to help me figure out who's going to, in fact, I just did this with a client yesterday. After a needs assessment, I figured out that they're going to need somebody in marketing, but also a research assistant, and we would find that all in one person for them,
Okay.
a full-time person that would work solely for you. So that package includes defining what that role would be, um,
Mm-hmm.
hiring the person, so getting them on board. So first getting you a bunch of different candidates to look at, doing all the pre-screening, and then getting you that first hire. And then
Mm-hmm.
systems review and implementation. And that's a big one, because if you're going to start to work as a team, even just one
Mm-hmm.
person adding to your team, now you're a two-person team, now you're a team, you have
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that your system, that you have a system. It can't be paper anymore. It can't be emails. And, it's now got to be, task management, workflow. So maybe through Asana, Monday, whatever it would take to get you where you need to be, but some kind of a task management system, a document repository, right? So that there's
Mm-hmm.
documents you guys can both access. And when they
Right.
create documents, they could store in a place that you both have access. Kind of like just making sure you create this virtual office where,
Right.
everything is accessible by both members of the team. So helping
Right.
you get what that system is in place.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is the package. I offer it on my website for $2,500, and I'm actually discounting it for your listeners today for $19.99. So good
Awesome.
off. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So everyone that's interested or know someone that will be interested in working with Jenna, she's amazing. Especially setting up your virtual team overseas, helping
Mm-hmm.
you scale your business. So it's a sellable asset. You have to connect with Jenna for that. So this has been a great interview. I really enjoyed. We definitely want to bring you back for the spring
Thank
for
you.
your book.
Thank you. I
We'll
can't
be
wait.
back on the show in the spring because we want to, stay in touch and let our viewers see what are our speakers up to.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you
yeah,
so
so I'm excited for everything that you're doing. Much success.
Thank you so much.
Just enjoy the new year. Have time with your family, and that's it. So we're gonna take
Thank
a
you so
break.
much. Thank you, Tiffany. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year to you too.
Oh, Happy New Year. We'll be in touch.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Break, please, Sean. Music. So, hi, Jenna. You could unmute. Yeah, I think. Yeah, is she muted?
Oh, there I am.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say thank you for and let's connect offline. I will email you.
All right, sounds good. I'm having a hard time hearing you over the music, but I can hear you a little bit.
Okay, I'll email you.
All right, sounds good. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye, Tiffany. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Sorry about that. I thought it was muted, but it's all good. Jenna was amazing. It's just great to have someone who was willing to come on with such great, business accomplishments. She has her book coming out in spring, so like I said, we will bring her back on the show. And she is just very resourceful in how to really truly scale your business to the next level and to sell your business so you will exit wealthy. That's the whole mission of what she's all about. And she is really about self-love, self-empowerment, and especially for women. That is definitely something that she's strongly passionate about. So she's just great people, a sweetheart, great spirit. So I really, really enjoyed Jenna tonight, and I hope you did too. So just before I wrap up the show, a few announcements. Tomorrow will be Wendy Hugh, an amazing, out of the box, creative event producer. You are going to love Wendy Hugh tomorrow, and if you notice the flyer that I've been sharing, the New Year's Eve event that I've been sharing, I'm a part of that project with Wendy. But she'll speak more to that tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be on having fun, having great conversation, offering you great tips, and just sharing her journey with you all in the event management space. For those who are interested in event planning, event design, things of that nature, just being creative, working with creatives on that level. Definitely you want to tune in tomorrow to see Wendy Hughes' interview. One more thing before I go. I got some great information from an amazing lady by the name of Olivia Price. I will put all her information in the chat, in the comments, after the live is done. Her name is Olivia Price, and you can find her on Instagram. Her Instagram page is Ultimate Brand Marketing, no spaces, all under caps, lowercase. Ultimate Brand Marketing. She has an amazing sponsorship online course that is going on right now for $375. If you want to get really know the nuts and bolts of getting great sponsorship sales for your businesses, your nonprofits, things of that nature, and to scale it up to 4 to 7 figures for your sponsorship deals, which is huge. That is something that every business should always look into, is getting sponsorship, especially if you're doing events, workshops, things of that nature. Why not get someone else to fund it? As long as you're giving them quality and giving what they're looking for, to please the brands. But Olivia will go deeper in that in her online course. For those who want to, get some of the nuggets, but on a more group setting, she has group consultations on Zoom. You can get the tickets via Eventbrite through her bio link. So the link of the Eventbrite link, is in her bio on her Instagram page, which is once again Ultimate ultimate brand marketing. I will put that information in the comments. And that is it. I have way more other special tips to give you as we go along. But as you know, that this web series is soon coming to a close. The last show web series interview will be on December 18th. And that will be with the amazing global makeup artist, beauty influencer, Eloria Michelle, December 18th. So look out for that. And then I will kind of like, give my feedback or do a quick, live on the 21st by myself, just to thank everyone once again and to kind of go over some of the things that I've learned, or just to connect with you guys and hear what you've learned or what you're looking forward to see in January and in March of 2021. So I'm excited. Stay tuned. Keep checking. Keep supporting. Please share and tag people to these lives. We do this every week. We come every week, hoping to give you the great content, giving you quality, giving you what you need to take your business and your online experience to the next level. So it's, we're all about leveling up. We're all about sharing is caring, networking to build your net worth, take you to the next level, and scaling your businesses. For those who have side hustles, we are hoping that this web series will inspire you to flip that side hustle into your full-time gig. So this is what this is all about. I'm here to, be resourceful and help anyone. Always feel free to reach out to me if you want to be on the show or know anyone that will be great on the web series. We are looking for speakers now for January and March of 2021. Please contact me, inbox me your information if you would like to be interviewed on the show. I am open to it. We are just here to connect and to level up. 2021 is coming, and I'm excited for what is to come. So have a great night. Be safe. Spend quality time with your family. Plug out of social media. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting your mindset and your spirit in the right place for what is to come in 2021. Make sure you're praying, meditating, taking time out to focus on self and to spread love everywhere you go. So that is my spiel, and I'm out. Good night. Love you all.